Welcome back to SportsLine, everybody, here on News Channel 5 Plus. Great to have you with us. Again, 737-7767 if you'd like to get in. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at NC5_John Burton. Leave a comment, and I will read it on the air. We're talking more college hoops now, switching from the SEC to the OVC. Nice week for the Belmont Bruins last week. Big road wins at Morehead State and at Eastern Kentucky. The Bruins finally home tomorrow night to play a very good Jacksonville State team. Eastern half of the OVC, Belmont leads. They're 5-0, but right behind them is Jacksonville State at 4-1. So should be a good test for Rick Byrd and his Bruins. Coach Byrd, we caught up with him after practice earlier today.
All right, we were asking Evan, it seems like every time around this year there's some kind of streak going with you guys, and asked me about jokingly if it was par for the course, but I know it's a lot of hard work. But what does it take to annually do this year in and year out?
You know, it's a combination of a lot of things. Sometimes it's difficulty of schedule. I mean, we had this kind of streak last year, and then we had to turn the corner and play in some tough places after that, and lost some games. So I mean, Tennessee State's you know, they've gone to Murray State, for example. We haven't yet, and so sometimes it's that. Not that it's easy to win at Morehead State or easy to win at Austin Peay or some of our good wins. Glad to have them, but we've got the toughest half of our schedule coming up later.
Evan said that he thinks it was the first time that he's won both road games at EKU and Morehead. I mean, that's got to be a sense of accomplishment, right? I mean, winning on the road is anyways, but
yeah, we kind of look at road wins as a plus, and a home loss is a minus. It's kind of the way we gauge things sometimes, and so those two Kentucky wins are good wins no matter what year it is.
Right. How did the non-con kind of help you set you guys up for the beginning of the week?
Well, we hope it always helps because we're pretty unafraid to schedule good teams. My philosophy has been that it's always better to play good teams. They make you better. It's kind of like back in the day when you go to pick up games and there's a really good court over here. You can go dominate on one maybe, but you're going to get better if you go play on the other.
Yeah. I was also asking Evan about this being his last go-around, how much he cherishes coming out on the court each time out. He's really been thinking about that a lot. You think about that at all? Seeing your big guy, you know, this is his last go-around?
Oh, I thought you thought it was my last go-around.
No.
Could be any year, you know. You never know. Do I think about that every day? But besides that, well, you know, we've been lucky to have guys for 4 years for a long time, and so we've always had one of the. Last year it was Craig, the year before that was JJ, it was Ian and Karan. There's always been guys that you know are playing their last year for you, and you hope that it gives them a little bit of extra motivation to finish well.
Yeah. You think you guys are getting better each time out on the court?
I hope so. I wasn't real pleased with our overall play at Eastern Kentucky. Decision-making, execution of what we're supposed to do at times, particularly on the offensive end. So that was a little bit of a step backwards, I thought. But we've sort of focused on that, and hopefully we'll be better this weekend.
What do you see in Jacksonville State? Looking off that big win against Tennessee Tech the other night.
They're a really good team. I mean, you look at their schedule; they've hardly had a home game, and they've got a winning record. And they've beaten some really good teams on the road. Beat Tulsa early in the year. They went to Martin and beat them by 20 plus. We had a hard time beating Martin here. Going to Tech and winning double figures is significant. They're talented. They're playing hard. Coach Harper's got them doing a lot of good things. You know, I would say that Dana down the road would say the same thing I would, that they look as good as anybody in our division, and some people are going to have to beat them if they're going to win a championship.
Has Ray turned that program around a little bit?
Well, there's no question this is the best Jacksonville State team in quite a while. Now, he inherited some of those really good players that were playing well, and then he added some good pieces, and he's doing a really good job coaching.
How good is to see Dave Lewis back out there again?
It's great if it's good for Dave. You know, I know he wants to be there. I worry about his health and want him to do what's best for that. Sometimes I think he's too dogged a competitor to do what's best for him, and he wants to be there for his team, and so I get that. I just I hope more than anything he's healthy.
All right, it's head coach Rick Byrd of the Belmont Bruins getting ready for tomorrow night's game against Jacksonville State. And you heard him mention Dana down the road. That Dana he speaks of is TSU Tigers coach Dana Ford. Team coming off a heartbreaking loss over the weekend to Morehead State. And now they've got a rivalry game coming up tomorrow night at the Gentry Center against Tennessee Tech. Our man Coos, News Channel 5 sports photographer and editor Bob Kusek, sitting down with Coach Ford after practice today.
A disappointing loss the other night, 2 points. It's like it was close.
Yeah, on the road at Morehead, but you have to give them credit. They made all the big plays, and they had a guy go off for 22 and 16, which is for us, not a good recipe to win. Along with playing the game in the 80s, and every time it gets up that high, we seem to come on the short end of the stick. But again, just tip your hat to Morehead State.
Tajay's shot just off, just a hair.
Yeah, I mean, it was right on. We thought it was good from the sideline. They did a great job executing the final play and getting a good look. And, he's the guy that we want shooting it, and that's just the difference between winning and losing, just a few inches.
Can you learn something from that loss?
Oh, of course. Along with the wins, we can learn something from every game. And, this year's team is a lot like last year's team in the sense of trying to mix new guys together with older guys and try to get them playing their best ball, coming down the stretch.
You got Tennessee Tech coming in here tomorrow night. What have you seen about them this year?
Like traditionally, a very good offensive team. They run a great spread offense. They're well coached. They play hard. They change their defenses, and you got a couple guys on the wing that can really shoot the ball, and then they've got a low post presence. So we're going to have to do a good job defending and keep the game out of the 80s.
There'll be a lot of three balls going up?
I'm sure. They like to shoot the three, and we've got a couple guys that we're going to start playing together a little more that can shoot the three, and hopefully the shots are just going up and not going in.
And Wayne and the guys said it'd be nice if the students finally get back. It's been a month and no students around.
Yeah, that would help. This thing's all about energy. I think we'll get our band back tomorrow, which is good for us and give us some type of environment here at home that makes us hard to beat. And along with some of our young alums in town, we'd like for them to come out and watch us along with the students that'll be back.
This is a close OVC race. I mean, the separation is pretty close.
Yeah, I think Belmont's got a 2-game lead on us, on our side, and just a 1-game lead on Jacksonville State. And I think overall they've got a 1-game lead on Murray State, but it's still early. I mean, we're only 5 games into a 16-game schedule. And, in about a week and a half, we'll know a little more. But we're just trying to really get better one day at a time, not get ahead of ourselves. And that starts tomorrow with Tennessee Tech.
Head coach Dana Ford of Tennessee State. And, when you think about the OVC conference, what a fun conference it is to watch. I mean, so many good teams in and around the Middle Tennessee area. Coach Ford's done an unbelievable job at Tennessee State. If you follow the sport, you know what Rick Byrd has done at Belmont, and here they are again, undefeated in league play and off and running again. And Austin Peay has improved. You heard them talk about Jacksonville State, Tennessee Tech. Should be a great game tomorrow night. So definitely looking forward to the OVC basketball tournament, which will come your way later on in March, basically just across the street over here at the Municipal Auditorium. So what a job Dana Ford has done with Tennessee State. And you have to think a couple more good seasons. He may not be there long. He's a young man, and he's got a bright future ahead of him. So we look forward to the rest of OVC basketball. All right, when we come back, we'll wrap things up here on SportsLine. Still time for you to get a call in if you want to try. 737-7767. Stay with us.